My name is Milan Kucerak. I'm the president and CEO of West Central Cooperative. I've been with West Central for almost 10 years now, previously in the role of executive vice president of dairy and animal nutrition. For me personally, to be named the fourth president and CEO of this 80-plus-year-old company is truly an honor. Fiscal year 2015 was a challenging year for the cooperative. Although we ended the year very close to our budgeted earnings from operations, we had challenges within each of the business units. Grain was faced with what they call a market inverse. In other words, every month of the fiscal year, the corn price went down. So we essentially lost money on corn that we owned and held, which in effect is part of our role because it insulates our customers from the realities of the grain markets. But it was a challenge. It impacted our bottom line. So grain didn't do as well as budgeted, but it still was in a positive bottom line. Agronomy was faced with a very wet spring, which limited our ability to apply anhydrous and fertilizer. Similarly, in the fall, it was a very short fall. Winter set in early. So we had the same predicament in the fall, which led to some earnings that were far less than budgeted. The bright spot for fiscal year 2015 was the spectacular performance of our animal nutrition division. The dairy products that we sell nationally and internationally that are branded and well known globally had an unbelievable year. Profitability, tonnage produced, new customers gained, everything lined up perfectly for just an outstanding year. There are not many co-ops out there that actually have a branded value-added product that they sell into an animal industry. We're basically a commodity broker, but turning that commodity into value-added is the key. That adds diversity. That makes us different than most. How does that demonstrate that difference to our producers? They get more money for their beans. Our bid on soybeans last year were bar none the highest within several states because we were drawing soybeans from as far away as South Dakota. Right people in the right roles doing things that they love, being able to make decisions locally, I think that's a win-win combination. And I think as we look to grow, whether it's organically, internally, or if we merge with another cooperative, the key, in my mind, is how do you become big so you have global relevance, while at the same time maintaining your local relationship with the actual customer that makes your operation tick. And I think we're a step ahead in that we've done that. Today we have everything done locally. Regional managers manage their regions, location managers manage locations, customer sales and service people have authority to take care of customer needs locally. So I think that combination positions us really well for the future. When it comes to how we work through our people, with our producer, customer, member, owners, I think it comes back to the basics. You know, the blocking and tackling and the day-to-day, and frankly the relationship. You know, where we can take that wealth of knowledge that we have, whether it's in agronomy and precision ag and GPS and understanding all that, or understanding worldwide grain markets and what the impact of what a tariff in China means to the price of soybeans here today. That's the expertise we can bring to our producer members, our customers. That relationship that we build with them, that trust, if you will, is what demonstrates the difference between us and anybody else. What does the future hold for West Central? I think it holds nothing but opportunity. I think if you look at where we are and positioned in the dairy nutrition business, there's always opportunity for growth and distributing other products and commercializing new ideas. If you look at grain, the markets that we're in, and the connections we have, and the ability that we can ship either by truck or by rail, whether it's in 24-ton truck or 100-car unit train, gives us strong growth opportunities. If you look at the agronomy side of things with precision ag and the things that are being able to tie data, for example, how much fertilizer I use on this field equals this much yield in the bin at the end, and it gets sold at so much of a price. All those things we can tie together through data. That's pretty exciting. Our strong balance sheet and strong cash flow, if you will, allows us to grow. It allows us to invest in other businesses that make sense for us, that are aligned to our core competencies. And with a strong balance sheet that allows you to do that, invest, whether it's expanding our soy plant or investing in software for precision ag, it allows us to do those kinds of things. I think West Central has a supply chain advantage in the area of the branded value-added products that we bring to the marketplace. I think one of the things we overlook and we take for granted day to day is the fact that, and this is the envy of any business, we own the supply chain. And when you look at where traceability is today and consumers concerned about where did my food come from, and let's face it, we're feeding animals who feed humans. So we have a direct connection to food and consumers and people. So when you look at it, we know where all the soybeans come from, we know our growers, we know the agronomic practices that go into producing those beans, we know how they're transported here, we know how they're processed. You know, we're ISO certified, we're HACCP certified. We know we have high quality standards of manufacturing. We ship our product in our own leased rail cars. We know who the distributor is, where it goes to, and we ultimately know where that product is fed on what farm. So we own the supply chain, a competitive advantage very few companies have.